Hey everyone, this is Louey7 and I am streaming the Lord of the Rings online. I'm going to be back on Loueyden and back in Minas Morgul. So the last time I played him, I did a 9.5 hour stream and I was actually planning on coming back to him on, what was it, Tuesday maybe? Let's see, today's Thursday, so yeah, I planned on coming back to Loueyden actually Tuesday. And never actually got around to it because after doing a 9.5 hour stream, apparently I didn't want to come right back to doing the same stuff the next day. But anyway, I had a 2-day break on him and now I'm like ready to go fresh with Minas Morgul again. And YouTube is once again saying my audio is not working, which is actually a bit odd. Planning on coming. Okay, it looks like everything's working with that and you'll probably just heard me echoing. I wonder if it's something in my settings, but if anybody would let me know if the audio is, if there's any problem with it, basically, just let me know. But otherwise, I need to remember what I have to do. So I think I'm going to be going through the Circles of Minas Tirith, or not Minas Tirith, Minas Morgul, as the title of the stream says. But I do have a couple of Hobbit presents to open, Hobbit gifts. And from the silver one, wow. I got some pretty bad stuff. The Universal Ingredient Packs is okay, I guess, because I'm actually not sure. Maybe my kin has a house, but at least my kin, like on Anor, I know we have those packs where you can get like 9 a day per character. So that's not too exciting from those, but I went ahead and opened them. So I think I'm going to go to Bree and get that overpowered thingy. I forget what the thingy is that I'm thinking of, but it's the subscriber daily for the town services, that's what it is. So I can sell on the go and do all that good stuff. And then I will use my map home and should be on track to go into Minas Morgul and do the questing. I think I have to go to the Orc tier, the one at the bottom. And then probably a couple things to wrap up in the second tier, but I'm not entirely sure on that. And then the third tier, I think, is where I'm going to be spending the bulk of the stream. I'm not really sure what to expect from that tier, how long it will be, but that's where I will be going. And then also don't know about the fourth tier because I think the fourth one also includes like the final things. I really don't know what to expect with that. But hello, 12 inches folded, you said you don't know how to play Warden and the gambit system's hard. Yes, the gambit system is hard to memorize at first, but once you have that down, I think it's... Well, okay, the Warden is a very advanced class, and for me I find the Warden fun, but actually learning the gambit system definitely helped with that. So one thing when I was a new player, new to the Warden, I just used a bunch of random gambits and didn't really do that good, but I still found the class fun. It looks like I keep forgetting. Oh, I have a quest turn in here? That's unexpected. Enter the rumor chant. Oh, I have that quest, so I actually need to go inside towards Ungol, and I might actually go ahead and do that. That would be a good thing to do while right here. Although I'm not entirely sure. There is a way I can get back and like use my return map home, that sort of stuff, but yeah, so with the Warden, just yeah, if you get the gambit system down, because that is hard, kind of difficult to get used to. I think it can be a fun class. But where I was trying to go with that was to give some tips on it. And really just, I think, starting with the strong gambits, memorizing the good ones, so like the bleed ones, the fist ones, the ones that go fist shield, the ones that go fist spear. Those are kind of the 3 strong damaging ones, and then the healing one is 2-1, which is shield spear. Those gambit lines. And then another thing, eventually, I can't really show it on the war steed here. Here we go. The gambit masteries are very important. They help a lot with just general kill speed and things like that. Or, well, kill speed, but how quickly you use your skills, they help a lot with that, I mean. And I cannot hear the audio, which probably means I just need to turn my volume up, because I am at 4. which is really more like, so the way I have my audio set up is it plays at like 7%. The LOTRO in-game volume plays at 7%, and that's what OBS captures. So I only hear it at 7% as well. I have to turn my volume way up, but LOTRO in general, and even games in general, I would say are very loud. So it's actually good in a way. So 12 inches folded, you said you were thinking of learning it, but you're playing the Beorning right now, and you don't know that feels boring but fast. Yeah, the Beorning, there's not much to it if you're looking for something with a lot of depth. I would say the main draw of the class is being able to switch between, I think I'm going the wrong way for where I need to go, switch between man and bear form, and have that be like one of the parts that gives the class depth, that you're like constantly switching. But at the same time, at least if I'm playing Beorning, usually I want to be in bear form more just because it's cooler to be a bear. Oh yeah, and my kin, I should have that chat like I do on Anora, just for general kin privacy if they talk about personal things or things like that. But one thing is I might be doing some group content on this character. If I can get my keyboard where I can type. That's one thing I'm still getting used to. My mic's right in front of my keyboard, and just typing with it is not always great. And I also haven't found a good thing to do with the wire. I had it like a little bit clipped on something basically under my monitor, but it like goes right on the keyboard, and right now I didn't actually fix it for this stream. I don't think I did for the last one either. I kind of randomly realized that halfway through. But back to the Beorning a little bit. I enjoy the tank spec most and healing spec because it is a little bit boring if you just play DPS or even play solo on that class. I find it a bit more boring and the gameplay just not as engaging. Which is unfortunate because to me the idea of the Beorning is like very exciting. I always miss where these steps are, and I think they're just up behind these rocks. This is what, my third time coming through this area? So I'm learning it at least now where I need to go up at this part. But the first time I was totally lost, and even the second time I was like, I thought there was a way up over here. That looked like a lore master with a spider pet, but I don't think that's what it was, as neat as that would be. Let me see, I'm actually not paying attention to Kin Chat. They asked if I would be up for some runs tonight, and I said I would. But then, I have no idea what made me run. And I think they're wondering a bit about my gear, which is the Valor gear, of course, but I don't have much else that's going on. Like with the carving, that is a level 20 carving, which is not good. And my shield, that's the other thing they were mentioning. That one actually looks okay for defenses. It's of course only item level 402 if you go based off that. And I don't know, something is probably eating up my CPU. And it looks like it is Chrome. So there's a good chance I'm going to accidentally, one of these days when I end one of those Chrome tasks, it's just gonna go like totally break my stream page, not the actual stream. But if it fixes my lag in the game, then I'll just keep doing it. I should have switched to yellow line just so I could do, like, I might as well be hitting these mobs while I'm running. They would get damage over time a lot. So one thing I wanted to mention, I think I actually mentioned this last stream, but I was a little bit tired and I felt like I was just going slow with that, not making much sense with what I was talking about, but I don't actually know if that's the case, but it was a little bit of a weird stream because of that. Anyway, this one I also wanted to mention that I will probably in the near future be focusing more on videos again. I've of course had 2 guides the past couple weeks. I think that was last week I did the 2 guides and then I did 1 video. Well, I did the decade in review and then it was a while before I actually did another video. And then I did the 2 guides, which haven't done actually too well. I don't know if people like with all my streams just aren't seeing them or something, but compared to the streams they just have like a lot fewer views. But maybe it's just something that has to build up over time with those. But anyway, just like gauging the interest with that. I actually don't know if I can go this way. Looks like I need to turn and circle about somehow. Don't think I can go that way. I don't know, maybe they added a way you can climb up those rocks with all these webs, but I'll just go back this way. And then I did the improvements LOTRO could use video, which is doing surprisingly well. And one odd thing with that video and even the decade in review one, for some reason, like my biggest traffic source is from Google searches, which is something that hasn't been typical for my channel. So I don't know if it's just like me getting back to YouTube, but it's kind of something I expected, but based a little bit on my early content when I came back, that didn't seem to be the case. So one thing with my channel in general is I thought I would basically have to work on rebuilding it almost as if it were from the ground up, but a lot of people surprisingly stuck with my channel. And even as far as like subscribers go, I've gotten, I was still getting some. I wasn't like losing a bunch over my break, which was surprising. And one really weird thing actually, ever since I came back to YouTube, I've started losing a lot more subscribers. It's super weird. But that should work itself out soon. It's just super weird. But anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, with the videos. So yeah, that's just something I thought about with my content, trying to go back to like what my channel was originally, with more videos and a little bit fewer streams. And I didn't really start streaming like a whole bunch until update, or not update, but when the legendary servers launched, that's when I like started streaming like crazy. And basically doing it every day, making it an everyday sort of thing. But before that I was usually doing like videos and not having as frequent content. Sometimes I would only have like 1 video a week or something like that. But then I was able to also moved like on my own, so I was just able to work on YouTube more, and it was good timing with the legendary servers with all that. But that's a little bit how I started doing all these streams, but I don't know, just something I was thinking about a little bit. Okay, so I need to look which one I want. Sounds like tactical mitigation ones would be good. I don't really know for this content. I think for like Rimmer Chant, most people don't need a bunch of tactical mitigation, but I really don't know for like what I would be doing the instances, and just getting this character started, it sounds like a useful thing. probably don't need the physical mitigation one. They're significantly better than what I have. The tactical mitigation one, I'm not sure. Gives me quite a bit more than I have, but I'm not sure how much of that you need. Type that out. One thing I've gotten used to, just in general, is talking instead of typing things out. So I feel like, especially when I'm like streaming here, just typing something out, it feels like it goes super slowly. Wow, I think that's a lot better looking. A lot better looking stat-wise than what I have. So the one I have has a little bit more than half the armor. Actually more vitality, but way less block rating, way less agility, and then it has tactical mit and crit defense instead of crit rating and physical mastery. I don't even know what like my physical mastery, probably not that good anymore, 104%. Crit rating's down to 11.5%. It's really crazy. This character was like insanely geared for level 120, but I just haven't gotten many replacements. The main thing's the pocket item. And I think I've gotten a couple other like minor upgrades, actually not even seeing any here. I got a bracelet, it looks like. I think a helmet. So it looks like maybe 2 pieces have been upgrades. I thought I got a 3rd upgrade, but maybe I'm thinking of the pocket. But yeah, that's pretty much it with this character and his gear, all I've gotten. So it looks like, I guess the people in them are just able to like straight up craft me all of this. Let me see. But double check. Anyway, I turned in that quest. I'm not actually paying attention to the content that's going on. I was paying attention to my gear and the new crafted gear I might be getting, but I didn't actually see where that quest led. I assume I just need to actually enter the murmur chant and do that. So the other thing, I cannot do my return home skill. It doesn't look like there's any swift travel or anything here, which don't necessarily need anyway. So I'll travel. I'm trying to remember. I can travel to, let's go to Oscaruth. I have to travel to Holtvis in the Beorning Lands, and then I can travel to the Morgul Vale. I'm pretty sure it's the way it works. I might even have to travel to like Minas Tirith Midsummer, but eventually I know I can get there. Might even be able to do after Battle Lost Gilead, that's an option from Southbury, but we'll just see what the options are when I get to Southbury. And I really should, I'm going to try to remember pieces of Ithilglad armor steel. Okay, so those are broken down, I think broken down gear. From the Flame of Enkelimir can give that. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, it looks like I can go straight to Holtvis here. I remember last time I did like 3 swift travels before I finally got where I needed to in the Morgul Vale. Estiladlan. And then I need to remember to actually talk to the barter people in Morgul Vale so I can see if I can get my muster skill. And I also have to double check where I can get all the muster skills as a warden anyway. I know all my other wardens have a lot more, but I don't know exactly how. I thought a lot more were given just for leveling and not necessarily, like, they didn't necessarily need to be bartered for, is what I mean. So this is all the guild stuff. I still don't have access to the Minas Morgul guild crafting things, but I think those come with maybe finishing the quest or something. But these are armor traders, not necessarily what I want. I want reputation. The White Company, Muster, and Estilablan. Perfect. And then probably these look like all housing items, cosmetic things. Oh, here's some recipes actually. I am a Minas Ithil tailor, except this guy doesn't have any tailor stuff, but that's okay. I think Black Wolf Dog would be neat. I just have to get more reputation. Oh, there's also sealed runes. So these are settings. Ooh, all that good stuff. Settings, rune, and what's the other one? Setting, gems, and runes. Okay. And it looks like there's, yeah, all those. There just isn't the crafted one. From what I know, the crafted one, the Veils of Anduin one, is actually the best. Not entirely sure on that, but that's what I thought anyway. Instruments don't need that. I will check. There is the other vendor, I think the Great Alliance at the other camp that I can check. Just while I'm actually thinking about this stuff, thought it would be good to do that. I think need a few more of these to get my crafted shield. Not sure how many. 5 of those. I might have to switch. Let's see, Figments of Splendor. I don't want that. I think the way, actually that's max tier 58. Yeah, my starlet's way above that. I just need like 2 regular starlet crystals and I'm actually done. Wow, that's a big jump if it says 1791 to 1927. That's a big jump in DPS from 69 to 70. So I think I'm going to travel, but I'm going to okay, so I'm going to log on to an alt to check what I have. Kind of crazy all that's going on. I feel like I haven't had to do this too much with streaming, but just keeping up with kin chatting, getting crafted gear, and keeping up with the stream while doing that, not just like sitting here doing nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and switch characters and see who has some gold, and I think the only character, I'm not sure, one of my old Warden, Runekeeper, Lore Master, one of them might have some gold, but my bank alt might, or would have, most of my gold. So this character's name is an interesting, I don't know if it's interesting, but it's based off my World of Warcraft shaman name. I'm not too much of a fan of the name anymore. That's kind of the case with all my old names. I'm just not good at coming up with character names in general, so I was able to make up a few variations of names when I like first started playing games, and pretty much stuck with them even in LOTRO, even with names that like make absolutely no sense with lore. So that's how Legime came to be, this character. This was actually my first hunter. I have no idea why I did Race of Man instead of Elf though. Yeah, this character has quite a bit of gold. I'll probably try to keep, well, apparently I sent a bunch of those loot boxes to this character, but I'll probably try to keep like 1,000, oops, 1,000 on this character for safekeeping purposes. But yeah, when I said, like in different streams, that I have gold on my alts, and had like maybe 4,000 or 5,000, probably 5,000 or more even gold when I was like came back to do all this content, because I haven't had anything to spend it on. That is where it is. So I spent like 1,800 gold or even a little bit more on crafting on Loueyden, probably close to 1,900 even. Maybe like 1,850, I'm not sure the exact amount, but the point is that took a ton of my gold to get his crafting up. So 12 inches folded, your demon hunter name is Count Cocula. Let's see. Oh, there we go, now I got my money. It looks like I got my fist carving, which is significantly better than my old one. Not only do I gain the tactical mitigation, but I gain some morale and even quite a bit of power. 2,000 powers, nothing minor especially. That's like a 33% increase about. So that's pretty nice. Not used to having that much power. Okay, fix that box because it likes to drift for some reason whenever I log in. And what am I doing? Auction house. Good old mobile auction house. One thing I keep forgetting is I need to see these dirty steel keys, where I can turn them into black steel keys, but I'm really considering if I could actually sell this for like 450 gold each. That's probably more worth it to me to try and sell 2 of these for like 450 each. Okay, I need Ithilgalad crafting component. Let's see if that gets it. Yep. And 5 of them. This will probably be a little bit slow. I don't know what the normal price is for these. Normally, if I'm caring about my gold, I would actually wait. How many did I actually buy? 4? So 1 more. But I'd actually care, maybe try to get a better price, but I really have no idea the pricing of things. Even the price of like scrolls of empowerment, all that good stuff that I used to know. Starlight crystals, but I have no idea what that stuff sells for, or what I should buy it for anymore, especially Arkenstone here. Prices seems to be pretty crazy here at least. I have no idea which one's that one. Nope. That one. Nope. That one. There we go. Okay, got those sent. So I think we're like half an hour in this and I've done no questing, just taking care of stuff for this character that I did not expect to do. But it's nice because I am getting gear. It just takes a minute. One thing I wanted to do while I was thinking about it, ooh, got my muster skill here. Want to keep that safe, I guess. I was going to go ahead and try and post these for 450 and see. I have no idea if they will sell at the price. We can do 400 bid. Alright, so that is set. One thing I want to check also, just while I'm thinking about it, is the loot box. And I saw somebody once, I probably should have sold them then if somebody was buying them for like 10 gold each. But that's just something I want to check again. Anyway, we can go ahead and finally get to questing, I think, and I quit my new carving and all that, so we are good to go. And one thing, I think I still have some bounty quests for the outside here, so actually I will just go ahead and swift travel. I was thinking about trying to run through that. It's not like it takes long, but I can go ahead and swift travel and just get on with the questing. Because according to the title of the stream, at least, I should be in the circles of Minas Morgul getting all that stuff done. So that's an offhand club. Looks like Lively Club of the Adventure. I wonder what that's from, if it's like a quest reward. Oops, I was trying to inspect it. That looked a little bit like a hammer, actually. But yeah, I'm not sure how much questing I will be doing in the circles here. As I mentioned, I might do some group content, but I expect it to be questing basically this full half hour. And that, of course, did not go to plan, but it's okay. So, I got to try to remember. I am at Barad Angarth. I think this is the first one, so this circle here will be where I need to get my orcs. Just need to kill 5 of them. It's not anything major there, definitely. One thing I actually do want to go this way for a specific reason, and I will stay in tank spec. Actually, I don't even need to be in tank spec. I'll switch before I find any mobs to yellow line. Oh, too late. Oh well, that's okay. Oh no, somebody already killed those trolls. I went this way just so I could kill the elite and signature there. I think there are actually 2 elites and 2 signatures. Oh, that guy's going to go get the chest. That was going to be my next stop. I really need to switch to the DPS spec though. I think that'll get rid of my gamut, but might as well help hit the mob. I'll get reputation and not XP anymore, but I will get item XP, I guess, but the silver, the loot. Anyway, got my orcs, so now as far as the book quests go, I need to go to some upper tiers. And I don't know the rest of my quests, what I actually need to do. I think we finished the Circle of Sorrow last time. So if I remember what keys to press, the L key, and I think I went the wrong way, but as far as my quests go, I'm getting a lot of flack when I open my quest log. Not Imlad Morgul. Zerathungal, nope. Continued Threats, the Court of Song. I haven't been there yet, but I'm interested to see who Cargrip is. Sounds like an interesting mob to take down. Minas Morgul, here we go. I have all the Koloss quests, which will be, I think, in the Circle of Madness. But it looks like I am done with the Circle of Sorrow quest, so I can go ahead and untrack all these lost lores. I really do wish they would just, like, not track. Or at least have that as an option, rather. Like, they have all these buttons, just like one extra button. They even have a Find a Fellowship. I guess they do. Have a button that says Never Track. Okay, so... Oh, I didn't even finish tracking everything I wanted to. Let's see. Circle of Sorrow, there we go. That's the one I want to track. That should tell me it's just over here a little bit. That'll be the next door I need to get. Oop, I saw the creeping arm. I thought it might have been a body or something, but nope. There's a chest over here, so I do want to get that. One thing I'm thinking is I'm going to move my interrupt to 6. It might take a minute to get used to, but I'll try it there at least. Oh yeah, so this is one I was trying to think what I needed to do, but it's just kill the enemies. I think I have lag. I said like my quest log earlier, but I think I have lag in general once I enter these. Here as well, we're getting the Morgul here, and they are the annoying Morgul, annoying variety. Actually, I'm just gonna use Never Surrender. So they root me, they lag me, and they do a ton of damage. Wow, this place actually has multiple layers here. I mean, I get that I'm in an instance which is basically a solo instance right now, but that still seems weird that it would even give me the multiple layers thing. So is it really needed to do professions while leveling? You're leveling without them right now and you didn't want to grind them? Is it a must-have? So professions are good. Crafting will help you, but I don't think it's absolutely necessary. It used to be. Well, not absolutely necessary. It used to be something that you could only get the item if you crafted it yourself for legendary items, and I think it's still a little bit of the case with some things like that, but I think at least the crafting has been updated, so it's not as necessary anymore. Looks like I got my shield, so I'll check on that in a minute. But yeah, I know they made a bunch of updates with crafting, at least in the Minas Morgul tier, the highest tier, with the expansion, with the Minas Morgul expansion, so I have not had an opportunity to check those out. I haven't gotten any of that on this character yet, even though it's one of the things I was kind of hoping I could do right off the bat just to get it all started and all that. And one thing about Warden Gambits is you probably notice I'm just spamming the same one over and over, so that kind of plays into, I guess, with knowing which ones are good. Like I'm using that specific one, Range Resounding Challenge, just because it's good to start fights with and will do a lot of damage over time. Then I'm using more of the regular ones with like Surety of Death. Alright, so second floor done. These Morgul are really doing a lot of damage to me though. I guess it's just something on this character I'm going to have to get used to in general as his gear gets more outdated and I get higher level. Or I guess I am not gonna get higher level for a while. So it's more of something I'm just gonna have to get used to again, because when I started the 120 content, the gear was insane for that level. So I didn't really have to worry about anything, but now I'm actually making sure I use the right gambits. Wow. I had enough lag with the immediate skill, but it didn't go off and trigger. I don't think I said thanks yet for the crafting. So I'll go ahead and do that. Did they update the following panel, or is it just, it's a little bit off for me, I think. Oh, I'm on the quest grouping instead of who. That sounds like, that looks so weird. I don't think I ever go to the quest. Oh, I missed my interrupt. I'm used to it being at 7 for this spec. Maybe I should keep it at 7. I felt like it would be actually easier to use at 6. But I'm not entirely sure that's the case right now. I'll just go ahead and use it to get used to it, and she happened to be inducting, so that worked. Or I think I have, with that one, every mob? No. Doesn't look like it. Here's one more. I like to hide in these little off rooms. Oh, still some more. Oh, here's the overseer. I wonder if she just popped up. That didn't do too much damage. One thing I've tried to test is what some of these just regular javelin skills do, but that one dodge list didn't do much damage. Hi, Josh, or what did I say? Josh Geisler. He said, wonder videos and keep up the great content. Thank you for that, and I do plan to keep it up. But you only play LOTRO a tiny bit here and there, and you started playing recently again. You're wondering if it gets challenging later in the leveling process. So the game in general will be pretty easy for a long while. There will be some challenging parts, and you can always... There are some quests you will find that say they're like fellowship or small fellowship size. You can try to solo those for a little bit of challenge here and there. But in general, it's not going to be too challenging, just like soloing through the game and going through solo quests and all that sort of stuff. But there are some challenging parts. As I mentioned, some group content you could try to do solo that's a little bit more challenging. There's a lot of that scattered between like levels 1 to 50 and even in Moria, which would be 50 to 60. And some scattered throughout the rest of LOTRO, but at higher levels, maybe around level 100, depending on your exact gearing situation and what zones you decide to quest in, if you just like follow the story or not. I'm trying to see if I want any of those, and I don't think I want any of these quest rewards. But with those higher level zones around level 100, again, depending what order you do them in, and just if you skip zones or things like that, it can get more challenging if your gear's not completely up. So one thing with Mordor is it's a little bit slow, and at least my characters there take a bunch of damage because they don't have great gear for it, even though they're higher level. In Mordor specifically, which is level 105 to 115. That's like very high level from the early days of LOTRO, or early levels of LOTRO, but with that, there is the Light of Arundel system, and not having Light of Arundel on your gear makes your character weaker and makes you take more damage, I think. Looks like I need to. Meanwhile, an Agarneath, if I can actually say it. That's like way later on, but an example of how LOTRO can become challenging. And then even after that, again, depending exactly where you go with the quest, if you just go through the zones one by one, or maybe skip some and just try to level up a little bit and follow the book quest more. Agarneath Ranger Camp. I wonder where this is. Mordor? Somewhere. Yeah, I was going to say that's in the east, I think. I'm not sure I actually got to questing in this zone ever because I stopped liking Mordor before this, but anyway, with high level LOTRO, the stats between content updates, they scale like pretty insanely high. So you'll find a lot of gear, or a lot of quests and content generally gear gated, so it'll be more challenging if you don't have like the most up-to-date gear for whatever zone you're going through. And like some of my level 115 to 120 characters, that is definitely a thing where it's challenging and just like super squishy, take a lot of damage from the enemies, and also don't deal too much damage because of it. But anyway, I hope that helps a little bit with the challenging. I don't know if you're looking for more challenging, that's what it sounds like. And that's kind of why I focused on that part. Looks like Goblin King. Again, I'm not familiar with this area that much because I don't think I ended up doing the quests in this zone, but he's declared himself king of I can't really say that name. I want to call it Argonath, but it's Agarnath. But it just makes him look like the Goblin Town King. I still don't know everybody in my kinship, but I've seen a few more people, so finally getting to know them a little bit. So it looks like I had a purple necklace drop, but it's just like one of those random purple ones. I think it's similar ones you can get in instances even. And I don't think that's going to be an upgrade. It would be exciting if it were. That's one thing with the Valor gear, it's so good, but it means I feel like I'm not upgrading my character as I level, so it's a bit odd because of that. Don't need champion sword, can filter that. So Josh, you said that does help, good. And you're only level 30, so you'll keep trucking away. So level 30, if you are looking for more challenging stuff, there is Dolden Inn and North Downs. There's some group stuff there. I think it's a fun area. One reason I bring it up, there's also Gartha Garwin, which has a 3-man instance. Actually, 2 3-man instances and a 6-man instance. And I think the book quest goes along there, but doesn't like explicitly heavy run Gartha Garwin. There are just some quests around Radagast, I think it is, in the Gartha Garwin area. And otherwise, after that, around level 35-ish, there's some tougher stuff in Trollshaws you could do in the northwest. And then Evendim, a lot of it is solo, but Numenos can be a little bit challenging, but that's a little bit closer to level 40. There's definitely some group-oriented stuff in Numenos. So it looks like I'm getting a bunch of quests for this wing, and it really looks Morgul focused. Ambush strangers. Oh, rescue. I was like, that doesn't sound like people I need to defeat. And then a few more quests here, which is good. Plague cauldrons. Collect orders from some named enemies. Wow, this one is a bounty that gives a purple quest reward. So maybe one of those will be an upgrade. Let's see. Guess I'm ready to exit. I should do some vendoring first, so let me find the subscriber town services. There it is. I also don't think I actually ever use my subscriber shrug. I know whenever I turn in that quest, I always seem to forget it for some reason. It's super weird. I need to clear my nose. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I feel like I need to blow my nose, so I will mute for a second. Alright, had to find my tissues, but that should be better now, and I can actually sell and concentrate a little bit. Alright, so I need to, sell, and I think I can sell, well, actually, before I sell everything, I should see if I can break anything down with the Flame of Enkelemir, and I could do that one, so now I can sell everything. Alright, so it sounds like we will run a Racco of 6, and for anybody unfamiliar, that is the first boss in the Throne of the Dread Terror raid. I think that can give you stuff to get like Starlit Crystals, maybe even Scrolls of Empowerment. I'm not exactly sure, but just to get kind of oriented with Loueyden towards the group stuff, I think that'll be good. And Racco is, though, I would say the only fight I'm like very familiar with. Ooh, this one actually has a little bit more interesting structure. It's a circle, but it's got, I don't know, more to it. Just like right at this area where I exit the door. Strange flower. There's something, it's not, old forest. I think you have to like look at a bunch of strange flowers for a deed or something. Maybe there's even a quest associated with it after you do that. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm way out of breath from something. Alright. I didn't know if I'd have to like kill her if she would aggro me when I went here. Oh, that's what the loaded ballista's for. Wow. I think. Yeah, fire. Well, that's much more interesting than the epic battle ballistas. That one you don't have to crank a bunch and load and then finally decide to fire. That one you just click once and it's like 2 seconds. This reminds me a little bit of the Mordor Besiege, just with the red fire. It looks a little bit like those red windows I liked in that one town. And these little, I don't know, fire pit looking things. I really don't know what to describe them. Evil fire pit. Getting a lot of quests as I'm going through this. It's kind of like the other circles. One thing I really like about the city is all the quests, just all the things to do while out progressing through the circle. The Circle of Sorrow did drag on a little bit with how long it took, the second circle, but there's definitely at least part of that because I was playing for so long. You said out of breath, and I mean you just went to grab tissue, so yeah, that's possible. That just from that. Looks like I get another quest from the Morgul Stalker. The hidden Morgul. That one wasn't too hidden, but some quests like that where they're hidden. Oh, that's a... I was like, why do I have to talk to a Morgul here? And it was the ranger behind I couldn't see. I was looking again for my I don't know, if I do this I would want to do the same for tank spec, and I might actually do that. Have shield slam at 7 instead. Ideally I would even like it at 5. That could be one that works, but I don't know where I'd want battle memory. I might want that at 6, and it'd just mess everything up, so it's just something I gotta get used to. But I'll try to keep it at 7, I guess. Anyway, I need to actually find what I need to do here. Or, I don't know if there's anything specific I need to do, but what I mean is I just need to go around the circle. That's one time there I hit 6 just getting shield slam, but I think go around clockwise first maybe, since I'm just like aimlessly running around exploring right now. I'll actually have a little structure to my random movements. I don't know if there are any buildings I need to enter with this tier specifically. I'm going the wrong way. I feel like I just went this way and came back or something. Everything looks weird to me. I feel like I'm oriented in the wrong direction, so this way is circling around clockwise. Wow, there are a bunch of enemies up there. I don't know what that grinning shade, what that final tier is, but there's at least a lot of red circles up there. It looks like there's a ramp down. Should be. a way around this, I would think. Unless that's still the circle, but it's just a ramp down to the same tier. That is possible. It looks like it. It looks like it was just a, yeah, ramp down to the same tier. Oh, my morale went way down there. I didn't even see what caused that. I saw my morale was getting low. Wow, standing in that ground effect definitely doesn't help either. No buildings I need to enter so far. Probably need to kill... Whoever is up here, I thought I saw him up here. There's a plague cauldron somewhere. Oh, that totally messed up my game as well. That had a lot of range. Impressive Flourish, I think, is the one I used. I didn't expect to be able to cast it from that far. That's one reason I went all the way into melee range. Let's see, I do need to stay down here. I don't know, do I need to kill the Blood Witches? Okay, so just General Morgul is what I need to kill, but as usual, I'll just kill everything because that is the most fun. Gonna go about this, and I think I'm about to be stunned unless I can get out of line of sight or range, maybe. Looks like I avoided it. Oh, this is an elite I pulled. Oops. I would not have been. I would have been like kiting or doing something. Not just standing there. Actually, I should be using other game. It's not that one. There we go. It's not even really necessary, but... yeah, that one killed. I wonder if that's the one that gave like the purple quest reward. I was just like pulling it like it was a regular mob here. Maybe a signature. It looked like it was a little bit special. What was it? Was it Bloodsinger or Morgul? It looked like I wasn't paying too much attention. Maybe I don't remember if it was a Morgul. I would think it was, but honestly, I didn't pay attention to actually even know. See, this looks like the outer ring for this circle. This really... So the Circle of Madness, I guess it just has a wide area where it has some parts down, kind of on this level. I don't know if y'all can see it that well, but it's slightly lighter gray shaded and then a darker gray up here. And just like a big area around there, and same even up here that looks like it'd be higher level. It looks like the ballistas are on this outer ring. I just remember the Circle of Sorrow, I had stuff on this outer ring as well. So make sure I get some of the ballistas along the way. Oh, it's one of those. I was like, I don't know what I got in combat with. That one was actually stealthy. And I might be, yeah, at a dead end here. Actually, I don't think this will lead anywhere I need to lead, but it's interesting at least. Oops, what? Oh? I didn't even die like by misadventure. Oh, there it is, misadventure. I was reading that like that's what was killing me, but I wasn't all the way updated. So I just randomly died by misadventure by, I guess, jumping where I didn't need to jump. So that's a pretty rough setback there. I don't think I got everything I needed going clockwise there, so I'll go back clockwise, get anything I missed, and stay on like that upper tier of that tier. Upper section, I guess, of that tier. So that was unfortunate, but we can get back there quickly. Okay, and this is door. I think both of the doors, it seems like they're going counterclockwise, so when you go out, you turn to your right. And then this one, I always turn left, so I will not turn left this time. I will break that. Actually go the way I need. I wonder, I should probably look into doing throwing on this character. I think you can get some decent gear from that. I'm not sure if you have to get like a festival daily or something to go along with that as well, but it'd be something to look into. Alright, so I'm at the Circle of Sorrow, I think. This one looks just like the tier I was at, actually. So this one is Barad Elanath, a Stargazer Spire. I think it's interesting all the names they have for these, and I can turn in the quests while I'm here. Might as well. This one I do get what is hopefully an upgraded earring, so the one I'd most like to replace is probably the Resistance / Fate one. Just to double check, I want to see what Fate provides me. 2.5 crit, 1 tactical mitigation, 1 finesse. So I remember Fate gives a lot now, but I'm not sure if it is, if I'd rather the one with Fate and Resistance or the one with crit defense and evade rating. Probably the one with crit defense and evade rating. But just thinking a little bit about Fate, just because it gives a little bit more variety. I don't think it quite gives enough that I actually want it. I'm just glad they made it a somewhat useful stat again. It was, for a while there, like totally useless, it seemed like. One stat that I think is still totally useless is maximum power. At least anything I have done in LOTRO, it seems totally useless, but this earring is better. I'm just looking at it again to double check everything, and I get increased agility. I will lose a little bit of vitality, like 1,000 morals worth, but I gain all the crit rating and finesse, which, as we saw earlier, has definitely gone down from where it was back in. Wow, my crit rating's actually gone way up. I know I got the shield, but that really helped with that, I guess, the one piece of gear, because I thought my crit rating was like way down from where it's up to now. Anyway, I don't know where the door is for this tier, so I'll just, or for this tower, so I'll just run around a little bit. Looks like it's on the right side as well. So we have one that's on the left, one that's on the right, and then another one. Oh, nope, I missed that. I really have no idea the way out of here. The bottom, maybe? Oh, right here? This would be the door I came into, right? Or not? Nope, that's the right door. I don't know the door I came into then. Looks like there's somebody to talk to here. Mithrinden. Oh, that's for the book quest, I think. So I think I'll head... I was gonna go clockwise to catch up where I was, but I'll talk to the people right here that I need to talk to and then head back clockwise, I suppose. I'm just all turned around with this specific tower for some reason. I feel like turning left should make me go the other way. I don't know. I guess it's because the door sends you out this way or something like that. Here's a strange flower, but yeah, something just has me all turned around when I exit. I guess when I'm facing this way, normally I would turn right to start going clockwise. But because it's facing towards the inside of Minas Morgul, I'm like all turned around with that. So I should be getting good progress. Yeah, 2 more ballistas. And just 1 more ranger, but don't need those. I'll start getting the correct progress here. Start going the right way, I mean. It looks like there are a couple quest rings here though, if I go around all this. Maybe a ballista? No, I already got that. I think it's the ranger, so just getting that quest knocked out would be a good thing. It's probably not great that I'm pulling all these Morgul Vale with how much damage they do. I do have Seize the Moment right now, which is definitely helpful. Takes a second, but I can do pretty good. For at least Warden good burst AoE damage with that. Oh, didn't see the stalker again. Oh, War Cry there's not the best game to use. I think I'm stuck on the outside a little bit much. Or this is this not where I got a little adventurous last time. Right, I need to head this way. Where do I need to go down? I really don't remember because I thought I remember getting stuck there. And I thought I just saw a glowing flower. So I need to turn to my right now. Yeah, I don't see anything that way. This is the only way I can go here, I think. Just double checking that I'm not missing anything. Ah, here it is. That's why I missed this little turn to go down. And then when I get to the end of this, I'm like back at around where I was. I need to go on the top and stay on the right here. There is a chest. I'll go ahead and get that once. Hopefully I get more of these. I don't think I actually got all that many hit with my resounding challenge there. Oops. I have no idea how I only ended up using Gambit default there. I guess the rest of my Gambit just didn't build. There. Ooh. Almost stood in that area too long and died from it, but fortunately I lived. Okay, so I need to keep heading down this way a little bit. That actually looks like a mob I could need. I might try to interrupt. Bloodsinger Morgul. Oh, that's the one I already killed. Where did I go from there that I got lost? Up here? Or not got lost, but got killed. Yeah, that was over here. So I need to not go that way again. I said I would go the opposite way, and it's like I got on a little detour again. Alright, let's get back on track and go here. So if I wasn't killed by misadventure earlier, probably most of my deaths are probably caused by misadventure, because a lot of random things in LOTRO can just be labeled misadventure. If you fall in some areas, you'll be killed by misadventure. If you randomly take a step in the wrong direction like I did earlier, you'll be killed by misadventure. Just a lot of options there. I don't think I can avoid getting hit by that. Fortunately, my stun remover was off cooldown, but now I am rooted, so taking a bunch of damage. There's a stalker and another cauldron which I could use. Oh, don't have my interrupt either. I could have tried to use the range of the boot, and actually did try, but couldn't quite get it in time. Wow, that's a long stun. All my dots killed her before I could even use ranged boot. So I believe I have a quest that I need to do some like song, court of song thing up here and kill like, looks like this is controlled by, I don't know what these guys are, the Great Alliance, Villian Rangers. Kind of like how a Numinos is. This, okay. Court of Song. That is directly behind me, right here. But I'm guessing this has to be under enemy control. I don't know how this becomes under enemy control, but this has to be become under enemy control. As I'm guessing how that works, kind of again like a Numinos. Not too familiar with exactly how a Numinos works and all that, but I think it'll be similar here. That again, when it's under enemy control, I can do it. But anyway, this is one of the name signatures I need to kill. I think there are 3 of them for one of the quests that I need to kill. So you have to get orders from Durthal and Ranarch now. Ronarch? Could be any of those. And just because the Circle of Sorrow had like a couple areas I actually needed to enter through like a door and instance portal, I just keep double checking if I need to do that here, but have not seen any that I do need to enter. I'm actually seeing an enemy on my map here. Looks like it's just a bat. Thought I would check if it's the car grip guy I needed. Car grip actually sounds like an orc. I don't know if the orcs come up all this way, but it sounds like an orc name to me. Should probably get rid of my debuff that does quite a bit of damage. And the debuff itself might even leave those puddles, I'm not sure. But anyway, for my quests, it looks like I still have Plague in the Dead City. I still need to destroy 5 cauldrons. Wow. I feel like I've been doing a good job with that, but there's only one I missed along the way. According to this, there's a ramp. Maybe I should go on this ramp here. No, there's one right here, right up there. Okay, I'm actually going to go up to the next here and investigate that ramp. I don't even know. This ramp, I think, does go to the last circle. But I see another one on the map that I can't actually access down there, so I'll look up here. Whoa. Oh, they're all doing inductions here. So there should be no actual quest I have to do up on this circle. I'm just passing by. And I am rooted, so I'll be stuck here for a minute. I do want to get that Lost Lore page just while I'm here. Might miss it earlier. There's actually a decent chance that I would do something like that. I have a debuff on me, I don't know what it does. Warden of War. Well, I am a warden of something. I just don't know exactly what. Warden of Middle-earth. That isn't as good of a name as Warden of War, though. Oh, I have all my gamuts messed up. I got silenced or disarmed or something. I probably could have used one of my good potions so I don't have to go through all these hoops to try and survive here. Whatever fire aura he has does a lot of damage. I found a missing component. I didn't even mean to find a missing component. I did. I was just randomly going up on that tier to see where this little bridgey path is. Here it is. I think. I'm standing right on top of it, so there is the bridge path right here. Oh, was this it? I was like, that's the way down, but I thought I couldn't get. It looks like there's a ramp there, and that actually is a ramp, but it is not a ramp to Not like a bridge. That's kind of what I was thinking of it as. A bridge to stay on the dark pass, but that was not the case. Trying to keep up with Kin Chat to see when we're going to be running the Racco, the first boss of Throne of the Dread tier that I mentioned quite a while ago, but it sounds like it still could be a little bit. I don't know how many people are on in the Kin. We have about 5. I think they run it with 6 usually. Looks like I have something I need to do. Oh, that's the Kolos quest? No, the most valuable something. Actually, I do need to go back down here. Oh, there's a good chance I died by misadventure. Oh, I actually did die by misadventure during that. Wow. That's kind of annoying because areas like that, it's actually just convenient to jump in. You're not necessarily going. Like somewhere completely unintended. One thing with LOTRO, they usually block you from even trying to go somewhere like that, it seems like, but not this time. Last time they just let you die for trying to go there. Sounds like we might be about ready. I mentioned that because I saw somebody mention again the Racco fight. Wonder, I probably don't have enough inventory spots to open it. Oop. I need to go to the doors, which maybe I passed it up. Where? Okay, I came out there and it should be a little bit to the right. Maybe it's more to the right than I thought. I thought it was before there were any enemies, but that does not look to be the case. If I can finish yawning, I headed the wrong way again, but was able to correct myself. To the right. It's kind of like when you enter a new room. Like if you go to a room for something and you forget what it is. When you get to the room, that's kind of what it's like when I come out of those instances. I'm like, I don't remember where I was going. More quests to turn in. I think this one's going to take some getting used to, that the door is actually right at the camp, which is nice. And it's right where you enter, so there's just not much to it. It's a nice one, but I'm not used to it being that nice. So I think quest-wise, I'll head counterclockwise for now, if I can actually find the way. Looks like I need to go up would be my guess. Or this takes me to Circle of Despair, the last one. Don't need the Circle of Despair. And last time I tried to go there and jump down, I got some misadventure, which hopefully I won't get just doing that. Okay, that one I was able to survive. And I cannot click that strange flower, so I'll target it with delete. And there's a ballista here. And I think there should be a bunch of, oops, totally messed up that gambit, but it's okay. There should be a bunch of cauldrons here as well. I actually only need 3 more. For some reason I thought I needed 5 more and only got like 1. I guess I got 2 when I needed 5 more, but only 3 more, that's not too much. And ballistas, I need 1 more now, so making good progress on the quest basically. Finally, I feel like it's been going a bit slow, just probably because there has been so much to do. What's the white quest? Peculiar plants. And I only need 1 more flower. Actually, all the flowers are back, so I'll go ahead and get one of the ones back there that I missed. Let's see, it should be, here's one. So it should be good to finally head southwest. Oops, not up the ramp. Ooh, looks like we're ready to start Recco. That is exciting. So I forgot the way I went. I went here. Oh, I have to go down. Okay. I don't remember if I ever made it where I was going down because I was checking the quest progress, but this I don't think is taking me to the wrong circle. Yeah, it looks like I'm still at the same circle. It's kind of weird because there are like 2 layers to the circle, which is okay. It's just a whole getting used to how that works. I don't know if this kin really uses Discord chat, by the way, so I have no idea what's going to be going on with that, but as everybody probably, or at least most people would probably know, you'll want to hear that, and it would just be yeah, you all want to hear the actual Discord, and it'd be like I'd use push to talk and all that good stuff. Hey William, he said, thanks for streaming. You work from home and enjoy being able to watch these while you work, and if you miss them the night before. I'm glad you enjoy them and that you can watch them while you work. I don't know. Trying to think where that would be. So, I'm guessing, hold up, let me backtrack a bit. Unless you work at night, I'm guessing you do not live around the US, at least my time zone. Hopefully I don't need to discover this. I don't think it's one you do need to discover, but I just thought of that with this character. He hasn't discovered anything. I think I just need to get out of combat. Oh, and I don't actually have a regular DPS line set up. Wow. I'm gonna have to go with my yellow line set up here. It's crazy, but anyway, I'm glad you enjoy the streams and that you can enjoy them while at work or the night before. Oops, did not mean to use a power potion there. Okay, got a whole bunch of deeds. Actually had the enslaved in Minas Morgul. I don't know if that's like a deed that became when Minas Morgul, but just so y'all know, I've talked a bit about it on my channel with Throne of the Dredge here, that it wasn't the most exciting raid to me. There were a couple things that were almost epic battle-ish about it. Not that they were really epic battles, but it just reminded me of them a little bit, the environment. which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I thought it was a little bit odd. So we can go over that a little bit, I guess, in this, but I think we're doing the boss I'm most familiar with, which is Rako. I don't know if that's the full name. But I think you can get starlight crystals and some things like that through this. Browse the shop. Want to sell everything, clear my inventory as much as I can. Still going to be a super busy inventory. Clear all my notifications. Repair. Maybe while we're doing this, I really need to, that's kind of expensive. Maybe I'll go ahead and set up red line here. Not really sure. Switching between blue and red line's probably fairly quick, but just to have a normal melee DPS spec, I'll go ahead and get red line. I'm not too familiar with the yellow line that I'd want to do that. I don't know, are we all leaving? Oh, we did the wrong tier. Okay, so you watch the streams on your TV while working and you live in Illinois. So that is probably, I don't know if all of Illinois is in Central Time. I think it is, but it's the same time zone as me. I think from your first message you meant like the night before. If you like missed a stream, you would watch it later in the day, as in the night before. But I get what you're saying now. It's just kind of interesting because I've had a few people say they work through the night and like watch streams during it, but then there are also some people who are in like Europe or even somewhere else, maybe in like Asia or somewhere, where they're in like a way different time zone, so it's like the middle of the night or maybe even morning when I stream. Okay, so apparently we do tier 2, which makes sense. I'm not sure with this if we need to do the challenge. I'm guessing we do, but I don't know what the challenge is for the first boss. So one thing with time zones, while I'm thinking about it, I recently moved from Eastern Time to Central Time, and I like it a lot better because everything's earlier here, and I'm usually like an early type of person. Like I don't stream late into the night. I don't go to like midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Like some people stay up just playing that long, which is okay if they like that. I'm just more of a morning oriented person. Oh, I need to go. Trying to remember how I build this line. I haven't actually played Redline fully with all these traits set up, so I'll have to see how it all works. Oh, that puts me... Probably don't need counter attack as much as I love that. I know I don't need it, but I'll go ahead and apply that and run with this. Oh, I meant to... I don't need hone spikes. I don't know why I put a point in it. Wow. That actually would free up the like one trait point I need for counterattack. I did not mean to put anything in hone spikes, but that's okay. I'll probably be respecking this anyway once I actually get my trait trees, if I get the third one set up on this character. This one I only remember he does distributed damage and you like all stand together. But it looks like they're doing fellowship chat for the instructions. We're not doing like Discord, so you all, well, besides it being blurred, you all know as much as I do. Oops, should probably go to fellowship chat. So I'm just going to look a little bit at my inventory. I got so many things going on here, all these different maps I don't care too much about, but I do have them. In case, like, if I ever want... I get the idea with these maps, they gave them to you if you wanted to go to the areas, and of course for the first time it's nice. I mean, even something like Snowborn, I might be able to go there and get my Warden muster. I'm not sure what all you need, but just things like that. Maybe I could do a couple war bands. I don't know if I'd ever want to go to Snowborn, but anyway. Yeah, he does distributive damage. So we follow the Guardian here, the level 126. I believe this is 105 is the level of this. I don't expect it to be difficult. I really don't know what to expect though. One thing I probably should be doing is looking how strong the different gambits are at 130 if it's different than my 86 ward and 85. Unerring Strike, so this does 46.7-ish. That looks about what it does. That one is the wrong gambit. This one actually does more damage than the bleed at this level. That's crazy. On my lower level ward in the 80-something one, the bleed did more damage on the overtime component. I want to see, maybe if I open my quest log I can see the Dread Tier, Battle of Pelennor, what the actual challenge is. It says just confront Rakathus. Is a deadly foe and overpower him without the use of more than one powder keg. Wait, this sentence reads really weirdly to me. Rakathus is a deadly foe, and to overpower him without the use of more... Oh, it would add shame to his defeat. I didn't read it correctly the first time. That's why it was like super weird to me. It seemed like it started a sentence and then just randomly... Or it ended the first sentence and randomly started what would be a second sentence without like a period, but I just read it wrong. Anyway, it just sounds like we don't have to do anything with the powder kegs, and if we get punted, we run right back to them and do stuff. Go ahead and use my fire oils, do all this stuff to be helpful. And actually do some jumping, so I think I want to be in range. I know I want to use 9 and 0 when I can. Oops. Alright, so I stand on sun here. It's more of the time between the, I don't know, first few bosses that I don't enjoy as much with this raid. That I don't like about it. It's not that the like boss fights are too bad from what I remember from, again, what I ran before. So get all this stuff. Try to remember how to play Redline Warden. Wow, I totally messed that up. Oh, he got a little bit out of range, so I couldn't target him for a minute there. Oh, it's been so long since I've actually done anything with a character like this. It's, it hasn't even been like that long, but it has been a little bit long. I ran, what was it? With my Kenon or a bunch of the level 85 stuff before that went. I probably should have been using some more bleeds. I don't have any of those add-ons that help with the timers with bleeds, so that would be something that helps now. With dots in general, I should probably go back to Ranger's Hounding Challenge, actually. Oh, it looks like our tank died. Well, that didn't go all too well. I was taking a little bit of damage. Oh, we don't even have a regular healer. I know I used one of my potions, but I didn't realize we didn't even have a healer to begin with. I don't know with this if that's like normally what it's like. But yeah, I guess we will try again. Seems like just a DPS race at this level, just try to get him down again. One thing also is I don't know the exact rewards, how worth it is to do this, but I have seen a few other groups other than just my kin here try to farm it, and I'll try to be a little bit better about my damage there. So I'll probably make sure I use all my consumables again. I'll actually finally be getting some use out of these. Seems like for the longest time I just never got a use out of my consumables. In general on this server, I mean. That's why I have so many and had so many things to send to this character, because I wasn't doing much group content for a while there. Really, this is the first I've played with a consistent group on this server since basically what's level 75? Rise of Isengard. So it's just been a long time, and it's nice to have one again. It's also like on a Nor. It was nice to be part of a consistent group again, even though there were some points like Osgiliath I had a few of my friends were playing around then, but not just much consistently run as far as group content. And most of what I did was pugs, and that's almost what it feels like right now. Not quite exactly, but yeah, that's just a little bit, I guess, what's going on here. He has a lot of health, 25 million. But yeah, I'm going to try to be a little bit, at least better, more aware of what I'm actually using this time. Just a little bit better with my rotation. Okay, so I think I'm going to do this dot, then Brink of Victory, and then I can switch. Then go back about my bleeds. I'm not sure if that's the most efficient rotation of the gambits, but seems a little bit better than last time at least. Don't know with these ads in general if we should be AoEing them. Looks like I'm going to be, at least. Like, my only concern with that would be aggro, really. It looks like I could use a ranged resounding challenge. Well, he is going down, but he has a lot of heals on him. 21,000. I don't know if that's too much morale. The only time I've done this fight is it's been a fairly easy fight, but I've only done it on tier 1 and at level 105. I feel like I did a little bit better with the damage that time, at least. Actually paying attention more to what I was using. So this is the part that's a bit odd with this raid, that's I guess a little bit off-putting even, is you have like all these NPCs here. I think even in other parts you have random enemies that are just like roaming around and you can't do anything about them. It's just like super weird with the environment. And it seems like these NPCs are here, so why don't they like join us in the fight, something like that. But I also wanted like a raid where you had NPCs joining in the fight. These are actually just environmental things, you can't even click them or target them. They're basically like the a part of the landscape, really. But setting that aside, actually I could put my buffs up. I don't know if I should weave them in during the fight. They last a minute, but it would help a little bit with my defenses, I'm guessing. I don't know how much the numbers are at this level. The heal seems pretty weak. So we might try to get one more, it sounds like, to help a little bit. But anyway, it's interesting to be back to doing group content at this level, and it's exciting to start getting some of the stuff I need on this character, but it is just super weird, I think, going back to something level 105. It's one thing with LOTRO, I feel like, especially with the addition of imbued allies, just how much people run like Minas Tirith dailies and old things for like the Throne of the Dread tier here for the stuff for the allies. It seems like one thing I've always thought they should do, if they're going to keep you using the Imlad scrolls and keep you on that tier, the level 100 tier, is with the new content introduce like catch-up mechanics for one, for you to get up to that content's power level, and for two, they could add like more effective things. So like the one after Amphilis, I guess whatever the Mordor equivalent is could be like whatever Scroll of Empowerment, if they added one for that, or the Starlight Crystal, it could give 2 levels up, and then the Ironfold one like 3, and the even Veils of Anduin 1, 4 if they had one for that, and like 5 for Minas Morgul, just something like that. So it's more effective when you do the newer content, so you're actually encouraged to do newer content. I don't mind like going back to run old things, and even with a system like that, it would be a little bit helpful, I think, that you could go back and do like a tier 1 and get the regular crystal that gives you like 1 tier up. But the system I'm kind of envisioning, as I'm talking about, randomly making it up as I go, like each expansion or update would introduce a lot more tiers to like the DPS legacy, to all these legacies. They would introduce a lot more tiers, like, I don't know, 15, 20, 30, but each scroll and each crystal for that tier, like that you'd get from raids instances in that tier, would give 5 at a time. So it goes by a lot faster doing the new stuff. And I would also personally introduce like a catch-up crystal and catch-up like Scroll of Empowerment that does everything on the LI to start off the expansion, to make sure you're all up to date and able to do it. But that is something I should probably actually do for a whole video. Sounds like we're getting a Beorning, that's exciting. I'm actually not doing too bad on the morale. There's a hunter with less morale than me. I know I have my good old gear and probably more of a DPS oriented hunter. It actually looks like they do have a lot better gear than me. It's nice. This is one of the things I used to do when we raided on Anor, doing like the Rift during downtime like this. I'd inspect everybody's gear and analyze it. It was fun with that because there's just so much different gear, and of course it's fun now for me because it's like new gear. I don't really know where all this gear comes from. It looks like it's 413 item level. I think 430 I heard is what you get from the Wells of Lingflood. So if I'm like really interested in getting like raid ready gear, I think Wells of Lingflood would be good. But it's still nice to see this and compare it to mine. So they got a club. Good old hobbit weapon. Yeah, that's one thing nice looking at the device this hunter has. The LI device, the Veil, let me get this straight, the Valor one. Oops, I was paying no attention. So I'm going to try to get my gambits up. I don't know if this Beorning is heal spec, tank spec, DPS spec. All the morale would make me think maybe not tank spec. Let me see. paying for them. Oh, I was like, I saw a bear there and did not see that. I should get my actual gambit ready though. Let's see. Resounding challenge, okay. And actually get in the right position. Oh, I used the wrong one there. That's okay. Oh, I didn't use my buff. It looks like, wow, I'm totally messing up on my gambits here. This might be even worse than the first fight when I wasn't paying much attention to how I'm using them, just like straight up messing them up here. Okay, so I'm going to use range resounding challenge in a minute and get like a reset on everything in a way. I actually don't think this one has a long animation. Wow, I'm messing that up. My skills are just going off really slowly. I don't know if you all can tell. Like I'm missing a few of my masteries. I am doing horribly this time. Wow. No, I'm just using AoEs, but yeah, I don't have any of my debuffs or anything. Alright, got him down, but I did not so great that fight. But we got him down. I got a bunch of medallions. Well, it looks like I got a bunch of medallions. No, that was the first time I did it on this character. I also got 15 LOTRO points. It looks like nice. What was the deed I did? Just complete the challenge. Okay, defeat. So I got 3 deeds completed. 180 medallions from that. That's just nice. I don't know the chest. That's probably the interesting loot we get. We get 2 chests, and I think you get some like coins you can barter for the Imlad crystals or something like that. I'm not sure what can drop. Guess we'll find out in a minute. I really am not too familiar with how the loot works in these. Well, in this raid and Throne of the Dreadtear, like random gear pieces, which would be level 105, if those can drop or not. If everybody gets like coins, and you can even have all the LI stuff if you roll on it, or if it just automatically goes to whoever. Somebody randomly got 7 ancient ithil coins. Maybe they're on like master loot, and that is why. I'm not sure I can see what loot we're on. And that's why it's just taking a minute. I don't even know how master loot works in LOTRO. But I got 7 ancient ithil coins, so that works. I'll have to see, I guess I could even look on the LOTRO wiki, but the ancient ithil coin, it's kind of funny that it's like a lot of ithil Minas Morgul stuff. And Throne of the Dreadtear. But ancient ithil coins, you can trade them for legendary item stuff. So 6 of them give 1 crystal, so that's nice. I don't know if every time you run this, that chest gives you 7, but that's pretty nice. That you can just straight up get one Imlad crystal per run of these. I wonder if I need a title for my legendary weapon. That's like, no, a totally random thing. Defender of the Forgotten West. It has a title. I don't know what the title does though. I don't see anything from it. Oh, I got another 7 ancient ithil coins. That's crazy. I guess we just sit here and wait for the loot to be distributed, but this one has Enduring Agility 3, so that has Tactical Mitigation and Agility. I don't know Defender of the Forgotten West, what that does. I don't see any like extra attribute on here. If I open up with this, that wouldn't make much sense, but I really don't know. But that's actually like two Amphilis crystals, like just from this. Actually, we got, so I got another 3, that is 17. That's almost enough for 3 starlight crystals just from these ancient coins. And again, I don't know if you get these every run. This one's my first run doing this, but that seems like a pretty easy way to get your LI up. The probably Scrolls of Empowerment will eventually be the big thing, but for me at least right now, the starlight crystals, getting those up, I can get the DPS legacy up to 71 on both of my weapons, which will be nice, and another 3. And it sounds like people in Fellowship chat, I don't know if everybody, I feel like somebody, or at least maybe even a couple people in the group haven't done this before. So at least it's not just me that's new, but it sounds like they are saying that it is the same. You can even get an imbued legacy replacement scroll for 30 ancient Ithil coins. That's pretty crazy. So it looks like we got our share of loot, 103 silver from that. And then some Ithilian crafting ingredients. But yeah, this probably isn't as exciting, just like sitting here. I'm doing nothing right now, waiting for the loot to be distributed, but for me it's exciting to see what is going on and what we get. But right now it looks like we're not getting much. Got almost 200 silver. Oh, somebody got a greater ring recovered during the Battle of Pelennor Fields. A master of battle lore may be able to identify it. And that one, it looks like that's how you get your gear. You trade in the tokens for an actual gear piece. I'm guessing is the way those work. Hey Nagalith, you said you're finally able to make it to my live stream, and you've been binge watching my videos and enjoyed them very much. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed them, and glad you finally got a chance to catch up to one of my live streams. I think we are going to run this a couple times, I think is what they said they usually do. Again, I'm new to the kinship. I don't really know how the things work with their runs. They just seem to like randomly start. I don't think they have a schedule like my one on Anor. And in a way, that's what I used to like, that it was just like randomly run things and people that were on would join groups. I forgot how to play Redline when I'm out on the landscape though. I don't know if we all drop group or how this works, but yeah, I'm just so used to playing the yellow line and on the landscape. I actually think Redline probably could even be a little bit better. It's just yellow line was super fun. I just here really gotta make sure I hit my AoEs and not repeat the same game it's over and over. Okay, looks like we do drop group and all that. So I'll try to get some quest progress, but again, we should be, as far as I know, running this a few times. Oh, it sounds like we'll do more later on, maybe. I'm not sure how much later I will be on, because usually I am off fairly early. Unfortunately, it sounds like this kinship is a little bit later oriented with the time they run content, which is okay, but For me personally, as you all probably see, I'm usually done with my streams around, well, relatively early. I don't know if there's really a consistent time. But winning, losing, you said you've been away for a while and you just started again. You left when the cap was 100. And you have no idea where you're going for leveling or anything? Well, if your character is level 100 as well, you have a ton of options. One thing I would recommend is following the book quests at that time because they can give you clash trait points. But if you don't want to do that, I believe, I actually don't remember exactly what a 100 to 105 zone is, but the waste is level 105 and will lead up to Mordor. So that's an option. Also, Osgiliath is 100 and there's like an after battle Osgiliath that's 105, I think. Not entirely sure on that. Those are the zones I'm like the least familiar with in all of LOTRO, just because there were all the after battle versions with like Minas Tirith and all that in Pelennor after battle, and that was a time I wasn't really enjoying any of the landscape, so I didn't mind paying too much attention to it. But what I would do at that level, if you're interested in the book quests, is start with those maybe, or otherwise checking out the wastes. I don't know if that would give you enough XP to get 105 to get to like started with Mordor, but I think in general from there you want to get level 105 roughly and start Mordor. Would be something good to do at that level just to get you on track. Again, unfortunately that's just the level range I'm very much least familiar with. So you've been in Western Gondor and the forest areas around it. Yeah, Western Gondor goes to 95. And then Central Gondor is when the level cap increased to 100. 95 to 100. And then the other zones, Eastern Gondor was 100 in regular Pelennor. Or regular Anorian, like regular Minas Tirith pre-battle, I guess. I got a sigil of Imlad Ithil from something. Oh, I discovered Gashan Kutat, the Hall of Black Lore. And I got bad stun. So it looks like I am making good progress on the quest. Need to kill a signature. Apparently there's a Hall of Black Lore. I should probably try to enter that. Wow, 3 signatures guarding it, and there are 3 of these. I was going to try to run away to avoid all these stuns, but did not make it in time. But there are 3 of these annoying ones that do the stuns and high damage. Wow, I didn't even get anything to do with Desolation there. Oop. Can I enter? I'm guessing not. I don't know why not. Well, I'm not sure if I should keep trying. It's not telling me why I can't enter. I'm just not entering. Alright. That's unfortunate because I wish it would at least tell me why I can't enter. But I think I'm going to switch to the yellow line and get back to normal landscape stuff. It's kind of crazy that I consider the yellow line normal for landscape now, at least for this character. Just, it's super weird compared to before Minas Morgul, basically last year when I really played my Warden, my other 120 Warden, that it just wasn't that good. But now, at least with Range Resounding Challenge and even the bleed updates with Barb Javelin, just kind of those 2 big things. I think Range Resounding Challenge was always strong, but I don't remember it being this strong in Yellow Line at least. But the Barb Javelin update I think definitely helps. Hi Redneck Adventures and You Shall Not Pass. Man, that was a very bad job, but did I already kill this one? Rainarch? I need Durthel. Durthel. That is to the northeast. I should check my quest log, make sure I'm not missing anything else, but it looks like I got my quests wrapped up pretty neatly here so far, at least. Wrong one. Wanted to open my quest log. Oh yeah, all the Kolos quests. I don't know which circle all those are in. Actually, I have to untrack everything to get to that. I'm at Circle of Madness. So as far as quests, I need Captain Hethelos, the most valuable commodity, and I want to check. I guess I can't track all of them, but check at least. Okay, the bounty is to my northeast. But check all the Kolos quests. So Kolos Mazak, that's the one I have done. I believe they're all going to be in the upper tier from here. I don't know why I keep pulling up J. But just to check Kolos Gurs, that is also at the top as well. So I don't have to worry about those yet. Just doing the bounty and the other signature Durthal I need to kill. Okay, and I need to go... Oh, there's this little nook area I didn't see before. Uh-huh. So there's one of the rare chests, and... I'm guessing that is going... No, that's just a regular Morgul blood, which probably shouldn't be killing more mobs. There's that captain. Oh, the captain, it's a stealth one. That's why I didn't see it. Wow, did not mean to use goad, but that's actually okay with seize the moment. I can just use desolation back to back and I'm about to die. I had a very bad wound on me that I think was about to kill me, so I just went double safe with a potion and never surrender. But never surrender actually never triggered. Alright, got our regular chest and then our rare Mordor chest. Oh, I got an Ethelharn shard. I'm pretty sure those are a rare crafting ingredient here for the Minas Ithil tier. So I need... Oh, I still need to collect orders. That one... Oh, that's the one that's like way far away. I was going to say I'd get on my war steed, but I'll just run for a little bit until I don't see any mobs or have to find my way again. I'll just run around kiting and pulling. Don't think I need to go this way. Did not need to make that turn. I need to go... Yeah, here's the steps I need to go to. I also don't know my reputation progress. It's probably good to be killing mobs anyway for reputation. I don't know how much the little 5s and 10s help, but it's probably a little bit helpful at least. But I don't know compared to like turning in task items if it's like very insignificant or what's going on with that. Oh, actually got out of combat. I'm just waiting for my dots to finally take effect. Alright, so I keep opening and closing my map, but to make sure I'm on the right track, I need to turn soon. Especially since I'm using my war steed, this thing is just a mess in general. There's a good chance I die by misadventure, but nope, I think I teleported down to where I needed to go. The war steed rubber banding actually got me right where I needed to go. It wasn't even really rubber banding, it was more just straight teleporting. But it actually worked out. With me randomly dying by misadventure, one time by taking the wrong step on a rooftop type area and one like looking down, jumping down, something like that. It looks like somebody I play with, at least the outfit's the same, somebody I play with on a Nor. And also, it's like a level 50 runekeeper on that server. It looks like that. which I'm not sure how well a level 50 Runekeeper would fare in Minas Morgul here. I really shouldn't be getting on my war steed for any travel through this, but it's exciting to try, I guess, just to travel faster, but it really probably makes it slower overall. I think it's the fast speed that it goes that makes it more interesting to use for me. So I think, as far as the outlook for the rest of the stream, I will probably be ready to wrap up in maybe like half an hour or something like that. That'll be not quite my bedtime, but give me enough time to eat a snack before I'm totally ready to fall asleep. I'm already a little bit tired, but let's see, I actually have been on a little bit of a later schedule lately. So usually I am up, waking up around 6 to 6:30 a.m. But it was closer to 7 a.m. this morning. And I was also up later last night, like closer to 11, but where do I need to go? Oh, no, wait. Yeah, I'm ready for turn-ins. I was like, I didn't think I need to go inside anywhere. I don't know what the whole point of that was, but I will be ready to start wrapping up the stream, I guess, in half an hour, basically. I really don't know how I got started on that tangent with my sleep schedule. Because, well, the way I used to do it with the streams, maybe this is where I was leading, was I'd basically stream and then go to bed, but lately I'm trying to get a little bit of separation with that. Whistle while near the halls of Blackgore. Well, I discovered the halls of Blacklore, and I'm already done with the Circle of Madness. Wow, this one was like super short. Well, besides the halls of Blacklore quest, but compared to the Circle of Sorrow, this one's been like super short if I'm actually done. If I have to go back out for like a few more things. But this circle was pretty fun, I think, overall. One thing I need to keep an eye out is if that turns red or just like there's nothing there, just because I have the quest to kill somebody there. Alright, so to make sure I'm on the right track, Circle of Madness is up there. That's Circle. So I'm on Circle of Madness. There's Halls of Blacklore. So it looks like this is kind of weird. Into the Circle of Despair. It looks like this is, to me, this is like the Circle of Despair that I'm on right now. And it looks like this takes you to the top tier, which I guess is also considered the Circle of Despair. But anyway, what I really want is to loot this chest. And then go back down and do the other quest, and here I go with a war steed again. It's also kind of funny because I have the mount on my keybind Shift M, and that's what I have it on a keybind because it's easier to press that than go way over and click, but I'll probably get knocked off my war steed super quick. By that time I was actually going to try and properly navigate around with it. Oh, I thought I interrupted her. I don't know if my interrupt just didn't hit or if I was targeting the bat and I didn't see that. I don't know if that'll be in range. Where's Halls of Blacklore? I need to go over here more. And then I believe it's one of these ramps, probably this one that I need to go up. Oh, I have bad dots again. And I did not remove the one bad one. No, never surrender triggered. I'm like, I'm gonna have to find my potions and all that sort of stuff. I don't have any potions on this character either. That's one thing I probably should be getting. So many bats here. Great bats. Are they the ones that are doing that annoying bleed? Yeah, it's like a, what is it, a disease bleed? It's an acid one. Alright, oh, got myself in combat again. Trying to get out of combat so I can settle down a little bit just with the low morale I have, but keep finding more trouble. I guess, whoa. That was really close. I didn't think I actually went into the circle with that. I was going to try to jump over it, but I thought I was still safe where I went. And I was not. So I need to... Ooh, no, I did not mean to press that button. That much I do know that I did not mean to press my auto attack button. Oh, I only pulled 2 of them. That's not as bad. It'd be exciting if I pulled more. The Masters of Mordor have reclaimed something. So I just looked at the map and it looks like it was still a blue area. This one, Learband. I don't know what Thorinband is, but Learband is the one I'm interested in. I'm guessing Masters of Mordor is the evil faction, if I had to guess, so whistle. Oh, that's all? That's boring. Oh, here he is. I get to talk to him right here. I thought I had to go all the way back to that tower and turn it in. Which I guess if I actually thought about it, I should have expected the NPC to come here because it's like the previous circles. So I have to travel to the Halls of Black Lore like this? That's boring. Compared to just entering. And it won't tell me why I couldn't enter, but it just won't let me. Instance nothing for nothing. Alright. Looks like there is a lot of lore here. Do not be seen. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be going way ahead. Asgad Mazal. I forget which instance. I don't know if what's that new zone? Wells of Langflood, if that came with an instance, and that's Asgad Mazal. Because I think if I can find it, the depths of Kidzul Kala is the Vales of Anduin instance, and I haven't done any of those. But I see a lot of people always searching for AM. I'm guessing that is, well, a newer one first of all, and it's also, I would guess Wells of Langflood if it's separate. Whoa. That was close, probably. Seems like there's a lot more voice acting in this than I remember early in LOTRO. I don't know, it could just be that I'm paying attention to it more, but definitely don't remember it much. She actually, if she just like turned her head to the left, I would have seen us. Even the ranger who's like moving around like low. Trying to be more sneaky, but I'm just like there standing still. Now I'm like him, but he actually can't see me. I'm slightly transparent. So we are just listening to the conversation between Dol-Gulzigr, the Dark Archivist. I wonder if this is an instance. Actually, I should pay attention to that. And Lair Thustain. But as far as instances go for Minas Morgul, because I think that would be interesting to look, there is no... Yeah, there is Halls of Black Lore. Here it is, Gashan Kutat. Halls of Black Lore. It does have a solo size, but this is also one of the 6-man ones, so that is exciting to have one of those. I do need to, I guess before I wrap up the stream today, also maybe run through the solo version of all these instances real quick to get my daily done. Because tomorrow I don't think I would, and I think it's useful to do those daily as far as I know. Like getting the rewards and stuff from them, and they're not the biggest like time investment if that's something I'm worried about. At least it doesn't seem like it, so it's something I could do real quick solo as far as I know. The only thing with them is I don't know if they like drop gear pieces, if there's anything like that exciting in the solo version to look out for other than these well-preserved relics of Minas Ithil. And with these, I don't even know if I want to gain the reputation or wait to turn them in. I just don't know about the reputation to really know what to do with them, but yeah. Oh, I should probably, while we're listening to the conversation. Oh, sounds like we need to escape the halls now that I finally decided on something I could do, but I need to reforge these. While I wait for... Do I go ahead and escape? I assume I should wait for this NPC. I just don't want to be actually seen. Alright, there we go. I assume this isn't the actual instance and it's just like a quest story instance. This would be super weird for an actual instance, especially if you had to follow these NPCs every time. I don't think that'd be all that great. Alright, so probably talk to one of them right here. I guess I do actually leave myself. I was about to say I kinda doubt it makes you actually leave by yourself, but that's all I can think of that I needed to do, and it actually let me leave. Okay, travel back in here and finish. Find Pharaon. Must be somewhere in the Circle of Madness. Okay. So I'll head out and get that. Oops, I think I lost the desktop audio on accident. There we go. Okay, so he's just right over here. So I'm guessing, oh no, probably going to die by misadventure in a second now if I don't get back up. I really do feel like it's going to kill me based on my other times traveling, but fortunately that time it did not. Maybe it only does that between tiers. Just the two other times I was in an area like that, I got killed by misadventure. So now I am 1 for 3 at least. It's better than 0 for 2 or 0 for 3 even. So I need to find Radorg. Oh, he's back inside. I was thinking this would take me to the Halls of Black Lore. So now I just go to him and go back up and do turn in. Another thing with reputation with these, if I do want to use them for reputation, I think this character from some things, I thought he had some reputation boosts. I'm not entirely sure. They could be in my vault or shared storage. Banner, continue. Instance, Viznak lives. I got totally distracted from what I was talking about. Turn to Pharaon. I think we go with him. Yeah, I have no idea what I was talking about anymore. Quests? I really should know what I was talking about. Quest reward instances. Oh no, there was something, but I don't know. Anyway, to start something anew, let's see, my allies are level 40. Oh yeah, the shared storage vault. I have reputation. I thought I had reputation acceleration tomes just from things probably acquired on my alts at least, but let's see, on this character, this is my shared storage, and my shared storage rather, I don't see anything like that. I mean, one time I could have gotten them was from that thank you gift. I don't remember if they were reputation. Here's actually one. I have one for 5,000 rep, but if I really want to use these to gain rep, that's something to consider. Okay, we get to fight some Morgul. So these two with 1.4 million health, they must survive. I mean, these Morgul, they do an okay-ish amount of damage, but I don't think they quite do that much where they have to actually worry about dying. I feel like some old quest NPCs could actually die, like it was a realistic thing that during something like this that they could die, but with these NPCs having plenty of health, I don't think that would ever be an issue, really. I'm getting like 2 reputation per kill. I don't know if we need to kill these stalkers, but I'll go ahead and do it. I think I actually got my interrupt off in time. It's pretty crazy. But I figure if I see some mobs like that, actually it looks like there's a, I wonder if these are the ones that come attack us or what. No, it looks like they just randomly appear. I just saw the enemies on, well, what was that skill I even used called? Maddening Strike? I think so one thing interesting about Maddening Strike is it used to do like a lot of upfront damage, not enough to actually be worth using like in DPS rotation, but it did. Yeah, it just used to do relatively decent amount of upfront damage, and now it's like only defense that it'd be used for. I'm having so much lag. There we go. Finally get to use Ranger Sounding Challenge when it's probably not even worth it much anymore. Now I got a long stun, but there's no reason for me to really use my skill to get out of it. So the Morgul retreat, Maravale rather, for the plural version. And I don't know why I'm losing audio again. Yeah, on OBS it just, there we go. I guess there just wasn't any actual audible noise, but it's just like at 0 and it's randomly coming up. I can't even hear much of anything. It sounds like a little bit NPC, just like generic NPC noises. But I can't really hear it anyway. Is Dolenthal? I guess Dolenthal is Lady Eowyn. Perhaps a bit embarrassingly so. I never knew that and actually thought she was a guy elf, male elf. Here's Viznak. Do I actually have to take orders from him? Okay, talk to Pharaon. Is he outside or inside now? He is inside now. All I want to know is when I can run the Halls of Black Lore instance, but I got this done, so we'll see. This quest reward is item level 400. Has the same stats as my item, but lower values for them, so I will ignore that and just I'll take the Sabatons of Madness just to destroy them. Complete Leave No One Behind, which is a fellowship quest, it sounds like. Complete Gashen Kutat, the Halls of Black Lore, which I will go ahead and do that. I can do the solo version, so I'll do that. And it seems like none of these are available at higher tiers, but that's okay. But yeah, I think for the rest of the stream, I will go ahead and do all of the instances solo version. See how long it takes me to go through them. Defeat the Vision of Past Adventures. It looks like I get some NPCs to help me. It's pretty crazy. I guess blowing the horn summons them, so maybe I'll stay in DPS spec. These guys have a ton of morale, and it seems like I can blow the horn. Well, somebody resisted. Looks like it's a bunch of signatures. I really probably shouldn't be doing this, especially in the DPS spec, but... Oh, this is the boss, I'm guessing. Warden of the Archive. Let's see, I saw a Warden of War earlier. Now we have Warden of Archive here. Warden of the Archive. There's some more protectors they aren't pulled. I feel like I just gotta go fully crazy this run because I already have all these enemies attacking me. Why not more? Just gotta keep my dots going and hope nobody does any reflect or anything like that at some point. Alright, Dark Cataloger, you can't be allowed to live. What are these corruptions? Minus 50% incoming damage. Okay, I actually have an incoming stun that I'm not sure I'll be able to get rid of. Oh, if I go quick enough. Okay, I'll use something other than Range Resounding Challenge. Actually, I think I already used that gambit, but this is pretty crazy because I feel like I'm taking basically no damage. I was taking so much more damage from everything else than like even in the landscape when they weren't elite masters or whatever. I don't know if I just have strong buffs from, yeah, heals 37,000 morale every 3 seconds. Okay, it's probably because I am taking decent damage but also getting healed from these guys. It looks like they decided to attack some enemies. So I'll have to go back. There's some more over here. I really do feel like I just need to pull everything here. Everything I see. But I don't know where my NPC allies went. That's kind of the problem right now. It really is crazy just having that heal though, how much easier this is. Alright, so still in combat with something. I still don't know where the other NPC is. Wow, that is a lot of dread. I don't have any hope tokens, so that might be even too much for like hope tokens to help with. I got the heal back, but I just gotta make sure I don't take too much damage with like one hit here. It's pretty crazy. Oh, is this the dread thing? I'm still in combat though. Chronicle of the Third Age. So got rid of that, but I am still in combat. I don't know where the second ranger is. This one's going all super weird. And I'm just having... Oh, I feel like... Okay, there's somebody targeting me. These guys over here. They got stuck in the books, but I still don't know where the second ranger guy is. No, he's not in line of sight. Oh, here's the second ranger. Found them. There we go. Yeah, I probably just bugged it out trying to pull so many. It was more interesting when they were living and I didn't have to go hunt everything down anyway. That was kind of the point of pulling everything and just like go down, and it still looks like I'm finally out of combat. So hopefully there wasn't a chest or anything I missed from that warden fellow. Looks like I need to go up here. Don't know what side I need to go on. So I'm looking for the vision of past adventures. Shade of the past, things like that. I don't know if I jump down here. Is that would work? I don't know if I should jump down here. I really just don't know where to go with this. It's interesting to explore though. I don't know if these mobs give loot when I kill them. That'd be like a big draw of me killing them in the first place. Is that I'm like getting loot this whole time. It looks like I'm getting loot but no coin loot from these mobs. I would think that the cultists, they would drop coin loot. Well, I'm back here. Do not have enough room. Oh, that's the loot that I don't have enough room for. I'll probably bug the rangers again. Oh, nope, they're both here. Where the warden was, so I need to go back up before I jumped. Oh. Hey, Vard is the cook. I don't remember him. It's nice they bring back a good instance more, yeah. He was in Philgashan, I think it was. But thank you, Angel Peril, for the help. Oh, do I actually need to attack him? There we go. My tab target would work. I really don't know how this instance goes, but maybe with the wardens I had to kill one and then had that thing that gave all the dread. I forget what it was, a chronicle or something like that. Just a book on a stand. And then I killed the other warden, I guess, just randomly running around pulling things in. It seems like it's progressing the instance. I don't know if I doubt I actually need to kill Vars the cook. I think these mobs, they have that green effect. Any damage they take actually heals them when they're absorbing all that damage like that. Maybe I do need to kill Vars the cook. Oh no, he doesn't take too much damage right now though. This is super wonky being in the yellow line here for this. This instance is just super weird solo with NPCs here to help. Oops, I did not mean to use my debuff remover. I was thinking about his corruption. Really? I just don't know what the yellow line that well. What are the really good gambits now? And even in AoE, it seems like I should still be using the same things basically that I use in the red line. I just know for a landscape, as far as using range resounding challenge, and then even the melee dots, it's okay with that. So it looks like we do try to kill Vars the Cook. That's pretty crazy. Oops. I was trying to use range resounding challenge again, but this is okay. It really seems like there's not much difficulty to this one just because the NPCs do heal me so much, the rangers here. That seems like a pretty good combo, spamming Javelin of Virtue there. Could probably try to get it with Battle Memory. That's the way Yellow Line used to play. I'd like stack things up in Battle Memory and just spam the same gambit over and over, basically the strongest one. But I would do it with Battle Memory in between. I don't know if it's worth the time to do that here. Of course, that time I got stunned in the middle of it, so that didn't help. But when you have Seize the Moment, I mean in particular, something like that. Probably even worth it to get my regular dots. Well, I don't know how I ended up using gold code there, but right now he is almost finally dead, and that is it. Dunian. That is oh, I should probably switch to red line. Oh, too late. This guy was trying to think where he was. Within the Tower of the Witch King. I don't remember this guy being, if he means Ingmar Karn Doom by that. I really don't remember. Wow. That's either a lot of lag or something just going slow in this fight. Missing the gambits, everything going off just a little bit slow. I think I talk about this a lot, but any little lag, for me it's worse on the Warden than any other class. In some other classes, like, it can mess you up a little bit, definitely, but with the Warden, it's just the gambit system. It kind of totally messes up the main skill you're going to use if you mess up one of the builders a little bit. Some of the gambits you, like if you accidentally use Surety of Death, then Desolation as your opener, or one like that wouldn't be too bad, but if I like use, what did I use, Precise Blow? I guess it's probably Precise Throw 3-1. I used that instead of whatever I was trying to use, I don't even remember, but just things like that, it's a little bit worse with the Warden. But it looks like my items are ready to reforge. Might as well spend this time with the Vision of the Past doing something. Or not, we're ready. That is the Ring Forge of Orthanc. I was thinking this was supposed to be like Tower of Orthanc, but I'm actually not sure. So far we've had, that's Man of Mordor. I really don't know if this is Orthanc. I've run Orthanc a bit recently, I just don't remember this if it was a part of it. The Tower of Orthanc raid, and I'm only saying that because there is this Ring Forge of Orthanc. Somehow that didn't get hit by range resounding challenge. They would have had, I don't know if Adonian, maybe he was Mirkwood? Defeated the Vision of Past Adventures. Oh, if I actually like read the Vision of Past Adventures literally, that was actually pretty neat the way it ended up being. I just didn't bother actually paying attention to the name of the fight and reading it literally. I assumed it was an enemy called Visions of Past Adventures that I needed to defeat. So it looks like I need to sell one thing so I can finally use the Flame of Encalamir to destroy something. And I guess to destroy this... yeah, not going to equip that, so destroy that and solve these. And just while I'm thinking about it, I want to go ahead and reforge my items, but it looks like I need to defeat Vision of the Fallen Foes now. I kind of get how this instance works, Halls of Lore, or Hall of Lore. Did it say prepare for a big fight? One of my most hated foes. I wonder who my most hated foe on Loueyden is. Ooh, this guy is an Ostunhoth? Maybe not. Might be thinking of something else. Oh, I should have switched to red line again while I'm thinking about it. I just don't... yellow line, I don't think would quite have the sustain, especially for me. I just don't know how to play yellow line outside of range resounding challenge in the landscape. I actually did a little bit of it on 85 with my Warden. I think at that level at least it's not that strong. I did a little bit of yellow line just playing with it. But it's definitely not as strong as this character. So what I used then may not be relevant to this. I think I was mainly just like spamming. So like I'd go about doing this, spamming Javelin of Virtue and getting it in like battle memory. So I'd basically do this. Okay, I'm actually taking a decent bit of damage there. Actually, I should probably interrupt him. I'm trying to make sure I'm not standing in like a ground effect while all this is going on. But one thing it seems like with the yellow line, now that you're basically guaranteed to have barbed javelins trigger is to actually keep those bleeds up, maybe even. So like Dark Before Dawn would give one there. But I'm not entirely sure that's the way it would be. Oh, I could actually use my corruption removal. That isn't as hurtful to yellow line damage as, oh, that's not good. It did a lot of damage to me. You cannot retreat until the fight has ended. Wow. A Shade of the Past is what defeated me in this. So I'm going to switch to red line where I can actually do some stuff since I keep talking about it, but yeah, really just, I don't know what that fight, it was a lot of tactical damage I think and avoiding some things I probably should have been able to avoid. It was more like a regular instance fight than the other like solo instances I've done in this at least. It is one of my most hated foes now, even if I don't remember it. I just don't know what it's from. I was thinking it's kind of similar to something in Ostunhoth, but I'm not sure that's actually the case. Nurzum. The name actually sounds familiar. Oh, I should probably get my NPCs to help. Might not be able to do that in combat, or very easily interrupted. There we go. Yeah, when he did that thing right there and came down, it actually didn't do much damage, but that's the type of stuff I wasn't paying too much attention to avoid last time. Alright, let me actually get on track with my gambits here. Maybe I can do some things. What gambit did I just use? I tried to use a gambit and then I did some animation and it had a sound effect of thinking like precise blow or something. But some gambit I definitely didn't mean to use, but I don't even know what I did use. I really don't think my heal does all that much. Actually, if I'm going to use something defensive, I would be better off trying to get my tactical mitigation up. I actually see the ground effect a little bit there. I have to go this angle. This is corruption. Increased damage, probably worth removing. Except my corruption removal didn't actually remove it. There we go. Okay, I'm back to good on morale. So try to get a lot of my damaging dots here. Oh, I walked right into him. I was trying to get out of the area and I just walked the wrong way. I feel like I'm just bad at this game right now. Maybe I'm just missing something, but I will try again, and this time definitely try to pay attention when it gets down to 5,000 and does that massive storm. Let's see if I actually pay attention to what hit me. Brewing Storm, I'm guessing that's the massive storm. He also did Ice of Nurzum on me. Actually, I could switch, reset this up for tank spec again. I will just take a minute, but it'll probably make this fight a little bit smoother. And it should just like be very quick for me to set this up. Yeah, I want this one, this one. This is when I actually have to think a little bit what I want. Probably focus on DPS from here. See what I get. Okay, I could actually backfill some defensive points. Guess I could get more tap damage, I don't know. Or no, I want this one. There we go. Alright, so this time I will do better with the fight, and I'll use one of these potions even if I need to. I should probably summon my allies again. Oh, this is Wildermore. Maybe, was he a warband in Wildermore? Because I recognize the name Nurzum. Or maybe he was part of the book quest with the storyline in Wildermore. I don't really remember exactly, but that makes sense. He's an icy foe. I'm using some bad gambits. This is going to be a slow fight, I think, being in tank spec. But it's kind of nice. This is the first challenging boss, I would say, in the solo instances with Minas Morgul. I don't know if it's that challenging or I'm just like not doing that good right now. I know earlier I kept like in that instance Recco, we ran it. I wasn't doing too much in that, so it looks like Surety of Death just came off. But yeah, even if it's going to go slower in the tank spec, I feel like not only should I survive better, but I wonder with the area. That just looks like it's a thing that's on me, the Brewing Storm. Actually, it does 60,000 damage every... Shouldn't use Restoration, I have heals on me. I should use Conviction too, to boost my defenses some. Oh, that's another time when I just like had a little bit of lag, so it didn't actually trigger that I used the 2-3 Gambit Mastery, unfortunately. But I think I'll get one more Gambit off and then actually go. Oh, here he's going to do it. Just to be extra safe, I'm going to go through my whole defensive chain here. I don't see a second ground effect that I'm standing in, just that it's... Oh, I'm standing on one. But just that it's this area, there's 2 dots going on now. I'm gonna take a ton of damage, and okay, he's facing away from me. I'll get... I'd like to remove his corruption if I get a chance here. Haven't really felt quite the need to use a potion, but triggered anti-exploit mode. Oh, that's another time. Wow, I missed like 4 buttons there. Alright, press 4 buttons and through a 3... Oh, hold up. I missed 2 of the skills I used, basically skipped over because of lag. So I ended up building like Death Strike twice. Okay, potion. Oh, too slow. Alright. This one's just a bit tough, but I feel the need to keep trying it. I feel like I should be able to do it. I could focus more on damage, but last time the storm, the kind of dot on that, the one that's just going around, did a little bit too much damage, but I'll try a couple more times at least. I don't know how exciting it is to try watch me try to do this over and over. This is a solo version, level 130, so as far as I know it should be doable. I don't know if it's my technical mitigation is like extremely low on this character, if that's one contribution. And with the dots dealing like 60,000 damage, 2 of them every 3 seconds at that point. That's probably not all that great. I don't know if I actually switched to a DPS spec, if any of these guys could have regular aggro on the boss. I'm just not sure on that. Well, really the best way to go about this fight. Or if my gear is just like not good enough, which is definitely possible. Okay, I did not mean to use offensive strike there, but I was more paying attention to his affixes there. Whirling wounds. And the main mechanics that I can tell to avoid are when he does his inductions, first interrupt them, and then he sometimes does some frontal AoEs that you can turn around from. And also the ground effect staying out of the ice. But right now there's an... Oh, not right now. Here it is, the massive ice storm. There's an ice debuff. I don't know if it's like based on a percent of his morale or if it's actually a duration of fight. So if I went through the fight real quick, he would actually never get a chance to summon those. I don't know if that's how it works or not, but hopefully this isn't, again, as far as the stream goes, too boring overall to watch. I will get Never Surrender up. I don't know if I had that fully up last time. Okay, it looks like... Oh. I think I got hit a little bit by that. I don't know, moving into this, it looks like it did a bit of damage, but just as an investigational thing. And also, this is the time, last time I focused on defenses and probably wasn't doing much damage overall. So maybe I could even focus a little bit on damage right now. Looks like he's moving around. He's actually targeting an NPC, which, as far as I'm concerned, is good. Okay, now he's targeting me. Never Surrender has not triggered, but I'm just being extra careful here, I guess. Even dragging him out of his area. Did Never Surrender actually trigger and I didn't see it? Heal tier 4, heal over time. That's weird because I thought I had Never Surrender on me that whole time, but maybe not. Extra power, tier 4. Onto the range. As best as I can tell, I had Never Surrender on me, but it just never triggered. That's a little bit weird. I think Never Surrender is a little bugged right now, though. And sometimes, well, it just doesn't work with how it's supposed to, healing you if you fall below 15% morale. You can just die through it, and I don't think that's intentional. But the whole reason, like, I was going about that part of the fight the way I was because I thought I had Never Surrender on me. But we can have one more go at least. I'll probably, just because this is taking so long and mainly because I'm doing so bad at it, only run one of these. I'm thinking I should try. I'm going to try Yellow Line just because I've done Tank a few times and already did Red Line a couple times. So I need to summon the ally NPCs. But just staying actually ranged the whole time. I know the damage, as I mentioned, I don't really know what to do, but I'm thinking it could be, besides the lag, which is definitely going on right now. Fortunately, I've seized the moment, so no need to worry about that for a bit. Wow, so much slowness with that. Okay, here's his first ice storm. Seems like being far away from that should actually give you a weaker debuff, but I don't think it does. And it's so easy to get him down, like his first 5,000, but for some reason it's the last 5,000 that are like way hard. I actually need to use Resounding Challenge here. Got a lot of bleeds up on him. There's this little, I guess this is the Whirling Storm. I wonder if getting far enough away from that would be possible. So I'm like at the opposite corner of it and it's still hitting me for just as much as it looks like. Okay, so he's summoning a second one at half of his morale. He's going anti-exploit mode. Oh, I gotta try to get up and interrupt that. Looks like I am taking a bunch of damage again, which was kind of the problem, and the other times I ran out, I was just taking too much damage at this point. I have Never Surrender up, but again, don't know how that's going to trigger. I can spam the heals. I don't know that they're quite strong enough here. I don't know why he's in anti-exploit mode. I just don't know that these heals do enough that they're actually worth casting. I mean, I do get the damage component of the bleed from them, but I don't think that was quite worth doing. So one more try. Seems like he summons a third massive ice storm. Some. Thought I'd go ahead and look this fight up on the LOTRO wiki, or not on the LOTRO wiki, but on Google. You can only resist the dot, it sounds like. It says there are horns on the ground. I did not know that. That could be used to interrupt him. I don't know if that interrupts the rolling storm or anything like that. But yeah, I'm just trying to look real quick if there are any tactics for... Doesn't look like it. This fight, just because I am having a bit of trouble like it. But it could also be, I just need a little bit more gear, that's always possible. Could also, as far as the quest goes, set it to lower level maybe. Not that I don't want to do that, I really feel like I should be able to get it done here. I'll give it maybe 2 more tries in the tank spec. But again, I don't know, feel they're particularly bored watching this compared to other stuff I could be doing. Like with me, I'm fine giving it a couple more tries. It's interesting having the challenge for 1 at this point. Probably shouldn't have used my interrupt there. So there is Winter's Horn. So I think that's supposed to interrupt him. I don't know if it gets rid of the... It's more of that storm that's killing me, the AoE that's doing 60,000 damage per second or whatever. Or every 3 seconds, and then these guys' heals, they only contribute like 30,000 at a time. You're carrying Winter's Horn, you can use it. Blow the horn to interrupt Nurzum's storm. Oh, well, there we go. That's basically exactly what I needed, it sounds like. So it summons a massive ice storm. Let's blow the horn, and that goes away. Wow. So there was a tiny horn on the ground. I don't know how long I've been going about this fight in particular in this instance, but just found out about this horn thing, and it's not a horn I could see. The only reason I knew about it is because I googled it and saw a forum post about that. But wow, that is like... It's like I'm not taking damage and this is like a normal fight again. There's the horn again. I'll go ahead and pick it up. So I'm ready to use it. That's crazy. That like that one little thing that I couldn't even see on the ground is what I needed. I don't know if it's actually that tiny or if it's just really hard to see, but for anybody that has maybe not done this or near this or having trouble with it, that is... Looks like that's what you do. It just gets rid of the storm, and that's what's, again, dealing all the damage to me. Even the mechanics. The other mechanics I like probably still want to avoid and stuff, but it really is just... I'm like having no issue with my morale here, and I'm even running through some of the stuff completely fine. And even one storm I could survive fairly well, and the second storm, when there were 2 storms in tank spec, at least that was okay, but it was kind of the third one and some of the stuff he would do on top of it that would be an issue there. So I'm going to go ahead and get the horn again, and I think he summons another storm at some point. Should probably get out of that, but even things like that, avoiding at least most of that stuff was so much, just taking so much more damage I used to. I just thought it was an actually challenging instance where you had to have gear for the solo version, tactical mitigation. Wow. So now I need to defeat the Dark Archivist. I don't know why they don't just call him the Darkivist. But, oh wait, that fight was so much easier with that horn. See up here? I decided to look over at the stream stuff while I was doing his talking, and I think it was actually a little bit important to what was going on. I'm guessing he's just back here and I gotta kill some of these mobs to get to him. Might as well be complete and get that shade as well. I'm really not taking much damage and I actually got the heal, but I just felt the need to do the morale tap there. So many debuffs. These are all like, usually eyes and things like that are very strong debuffs, but no issues with them right now. Except one of them's a silence, so I can't use my one thing now, but alright, where are these NPCs? Oops. I don't know if I was interrupted or... I guess they're around but not with me. Alright, looks like I'm doing this fight solo mode, except I still have their buffs. Already had that dot. Should probably get my bleeds going anyway. Right now I'm really just interested in maximizing damage. Especially without the two NPCs to help. Oh, I'm actually going low on the morale here. I still have the NPC heals going on me, but I'm just taking a lot of damage. For those to deal with, I have like 2 eye dots now, which do quite a bit of damage. It seems like it's really removing those. I don't have any potions to help with removing those. And the actual NPCs, the rangers I'm talking about, are up here. Oh, having some lag again. That fight, even the past couple fights have actually been going pretty well with the lag, but it's just like one little moment. Oh, it's so close. That one I'm also not sure Never Surrender actually triggered. It could have. Oh, there's the rangers. That one was just me messing up with not getting the rangers there, and I probably could have done a bit better in the fight, definitely. But I just feel like for some reason Never Surrender just isn't actually triggering. I'm not entirely sure that's the case, but that's what it seemed like. I might not have had the buff there, I'm not entirely sure again, but I feel like I'm just going crazy right now with Never Surrender not actually working or whatever, but this time I'll have the rangers in. should be a clean fight here. Not only will they help with the damage, but of course they'll have their heal and stuff, but the damage to get the fight done, I can focus maybe a little bit more on my heals. I think it was also towards the end of the fight, so I was like trying to push that final bit of damage. Probably could have gotten a heal or even 2 extra off. Anyway, I feel like I've been struggling a lot on this character, more deaths and just not doing that great lately, but at least with like this instance, it's just so unusual. At least I feel like I'm learning it and how to go about it a little bit. I don't know why I'm using... Here I'm using a little bit bad game. It's damage-wise not like really bad ones, but I'm just not really going about them in any particular order. Alright. So I got my reward finally, and I'm ready to exit. That one was a bit rough, but it did take a little bit of learning. I think how to do it. Of course, that frost boss from Wildermore, Nurzum. I didn't know about the horn, and then the second one, I just didn't have the rangers with me. And got them almost down, like very close, but I need to talk to Dolgerziger. Don't know where Dolgerziger. Of all the names, that's like one of the hardest ones for me to pronounce here. So he is there. Oh, he's outside the... I guess he's outside the actual library if I go out here. So I think I'll turn that quest in and then be about ready to wrap this stream up. Actually, I think as I mentioned, I was ready to wrap it up like, I don't know, for getting ready to. Quite a while ago, I started the instance. It looks like about 9 o'clock, so like 43 minutes ago. And it just took a while again. Didn't really know what to do, and there was that rough part with the ice boss, basically. Nurzum. When did I finally get Nurzum? When did I start that, actually, looking back? So the orc one was just a little bit slow. I felt like I was doing Nurzum for like half an hour, but it looks like it was a little bit shorter than that. It was about 20 minutes, and then the other one took about 5 minutes, it looks like, with my whole little mishap the first time. But again, I personally don't think the little bit of challenge is that bad. It's just super annoying with Nurzum that I found out like 5 tries later that there was a horn that makes the fight super easy. It's not like an actual difficult fight, it's just you have to find that little tiny horn and know what it's for. That was a little bit more frustrating about the way that ended up. At least to me, compared to if it was just that difficult, I wasn't able to quite do it yet. Which probably means if it actually was that difficult, I had to keep trying, I probably still would be on it, so... Oh, I'm in melee. That explains why. Why Range Resounding Challenge didn't have a dot, because it was Resounding Challenge and not Range Resounding Challenge. Says Gashan Kutat. Wait, says Gashan Tukat the name of the black library? Not Black Library. Halls of Black Lore. Almost Black Library. According to the map, Dolgurziger. Maybe is it? I don't think that's something you just like go in. Maybe he is in there. Oh, never surrender triggered. That was another thing. Never surrender just seemed like it completely wasn't triggering in the instance, and that could be something I was missing, but yeah, it looks like the NPC is actually inside the halls of Blacklore. I don't know if I have to start it and where they would be. Hi Dada Matt. I think I read your name a little bit right, but don't I get tired of talking? I do get tired of talking a little bit. Sometimes I just completely run out of things to talk about. I really don't know where Dolg, I don't know what to call him, where Dolg is. But I don't want to just run that whole thing again, especially without getting any loot or anything. So I think it is time to wrap this stream up and get done talking. I'll probably go to Bree next time, so I'll go ahead and just travel to Estelad Land for now. But with the talking in general on streams, I just think it's important to fill them with content. Sometimes I'll go on for a couple minutes, or if I'm distracted even for just a little while not talking, if I'm focusing on the gameplay. But in general, I try to fill them with talking, which it does get tiring a little bit, especially again when I run out of things to talk about, really. But otherwise it's fine. Anyway, I hope going through that instance wasn't too bad to watch, just because it felt like it took real long to me, and as I mentioned with the horn, once I found that, it was super quick to go through. But anyway, actually these are all rumor chain, I think. No like instant stuff you can barter for. So yeah, anyway, that will be it for this stream with Loueyden. Trying to think what would be coming up next. Tomorrow's Friday, so we'll have a Ken event on Anor. That will be, we're actually going to switch to the level group, so I'll have my Beorning going through Scumville, I think, tomorrow. Otherwise, I would like to have a video tomorrow, but I probably won't. Saturday I might try doing a morning stream again of Loueyden. I'll try that again at least and see how it goes. Otherwise, that's just what's coming up for the next 2 days. As far as this stream goes, I hope you all did enjoy it, even with that instance. But going through Minas Morgul, the Circle, doing some of the group content, doing the Throne of the Dreadhare first boss, that is. I got enough stuff to barter for 3 crystals, which I didn't actually do. We can do that at some point later when I start getting this character more set up for endgame. But anyway, if you all did enjoy, please consider liking and subscribing for more, and thanks for watching and joining the stream, everyone.